Hi everyone, I'm Grimtalin and I would like to show you a bit of the progress I've been doing on Long Ago, a puzzle tale. I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna try actually talking while I show it to you live, and I'm sorry about my kind of weird voice and my Eastern European English accent. Okay, let's kick off. So first thing, I've added an options menu. Also, the game can now completely be controlled using touch input on the Nintendo Switch. In the options menu, we have the audio panel with the volumes for music, sounds, and voices. Spoiler alert. In the visuals, we have the brightness, and there's also a little option for undo flash. We'll get to that a bit later. And in the gameplay section, we have the input scheme that you prefer. There's actually 3 input schemes, and I'm gonna show it to you live while playing. You can turn off the vibrations if you don't like them, and there's also an easy mode that I'll get back to a little bit later. And those were the options. In the info menu, there's now a credits section, just some info about people who made the music, who made the assets for, the 3D assets, the 2D assets that I've been using, Unity logo and whatnot. And there's a Tome of Insight. That's also a thing I'm gonna show you in just a bit. Let's actually get inside the game. So, as before, 2 campaigns. First one has 5 chapters, second one has 2 chapters, and it's locked because they don't have the content for that yet, and we don't have the gems to unlock it. So the first chapter is complete. All the levels are done, all the story is written. Let's actually go ahead and play it. I should mention, sorry about my FPS count there. That's because it's a development build. I use that to keep track of the performance of the game, so I hope it doesn't bother you too much. It's also a nice little peek behind the development of the game. Here we go, first story level. Oh, and as you can hear, there's now more music in the game. There's currently 4 tracks, and you'll be unlocking more tracks as you unlock chapters. What can we see here? This is the Tome of Insight I was telling you about. It's a nice help section that explains a lot of the game's features, and it's written completely in verse because I really like how it sounds, and it's very much in tone with the story of the game, which is also told completely in rhyme. So a nice little intro, and then about the story levels, how you need to collect all the feathers, and you need to keep an eye on the moves to not run out of moves before you collect all the feathers. For the coins levels, you need to collect all the coins, and the less moves you use, the more gems you learn. And then a little explanation for each input scheme. The magical skills, which is the newly implemented undo system, and I'm gonna also show you that you can rotate the camera just for fun, and the fact that you need to collect a lot of gems to unlock new chapters. Cool, so let's get to the actual gameplay. The major thing here I want to show you is that besides that you can control all the input in the game, like the buttons and the menus on the Nintendo Switch using your touch screen, you can also actually control the ball now using the touch screen. So just drag and then release, and the ball moves. You can also do it much faster. And there's also this neat little feature where if you start the movement and then not sure where to go, and there's this tiny little dot here that you can use. That's where you started the swipe from, and you can use it to cancel the movement. Okay, so probably the most useful feature that I implemented is the undo system. So as you can see, we've gone and messed up the level, so we're gonna undo here. 1, 2, cool. And as you can see, there's this flash effect on the terrain, and that flash effect might be troublesome for some people, so I'm gonna show it again. So what we can do is go inside the options panel in visuals and untoggle it. And now let's do a move first. When you undo, there's only the particle effects and not the flash effect, just in case it bothers someone. I don't want to cause any kind of visual discomfort. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this level. Let's see, we had the input scheme with confirm. What that means is if I select a direction using the stick or even using the buttons, I need to press A to make the ball move. This is very helpful because since buttons are up, down, left, right, and the actual movement directions are on the diagonals, it can be a little tricky at first to get used with the mapping. So using a confirm button after you've selected the direction feels easier, especially for new players. Let's go ahead and finish this level. I'm gonna switch to my magical finger here because it's a bit easier while recording. And here we go, last feather. Boom, we finished the level. Let's carry on. Here we go. So another thing I wanted to show you was the ability to rotate the camera and destroy the switch in the process. Oops, technical issues. I'm actually gonna leave this in because it's almost funny or just incredibly embarrassing. Here we go. There we go. Almost problem solved. I hope you had a good laugh about this. So let's go again. I was telling you about the rotate the camera, right? So it's a nice little visual feature. Doesn't help much with the gameplay. It can help you take a peek behind like crates and see if maybe there's a hidden coin in there, but it just looks cool. Let's go ahead and change the input scheme so I can show you how the other ones also work. There's the direct input scheme. That's kind of self-explanatory. So instead of any kind of confirmation, just move the left stick in the direction that you want and the ball moves. You can also use the directional buttons. Just keep in mind that up means like northeast. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this level too. This is brilliance. Okay, and the final input scheme. Come on, there we go. It's very hard to control this while also holding the phone. I don't have a very professional setup here for recording, but I hope that just improves the indie mood of the whole concept. Okay, so we've selected the hold input scheme. What that does is if I select a direction and hold it for a while, it will move the ball. This is also very helpful because I can move around, right? I can move the joystick around, the left stick around while here we go, there we go. I can move the left stick around to actually, or I can just flick it a little bit and I can see which direction I'm using. Again, it's useful for people who are not used to the directional mapping between the input and the fact the ball moves diagonally. So at the very least, I'm hoping that by having 3 input schemes, you can find the one that's best suited to your liking. Another thing I want to show you is the easy mode. I'm not a big fan of getting stuck in games, so I want to help out as little as I can. And what the easy mode does is, and it's totally up to you if you use it or not. I recommend trying to not use it at first and trying to figure out the solution by yourself. But if you activate the easy mode, it shows you the very first move you need to make inside the level. So for example, in this level, it tells us you need to go up. first. So don't go down, don't go left, don't go right, just go up. And then you need to kind of figure out where you go. So for example, in this level, there's a neat little trick here. You must avoid getting that feather too early, because if you do, you'll just waste the movement. You'll actually come back this way after you've activated the statue 2, and you'll go around. You're gonna take this one, and now you're getting this this feather too. Let's go ahead and finish the level. As you probably saw, there's the story down here, which is told in rhyme, and I really hope you'll take the time to read it, because it was really fun for me to write, and I think I came up with some decent rhymes, so hope you like that sort of stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish all the story levels just so I can show you another neat little thing. It's really uncomfortable for me to play using the left stick while in this position while recording. So okay, there's actually a new gameplay element here in this level, is this hollow logs, and if you come from a side, you hit them and then you can't progress. But if you come from this side, the ball goes inside them, and that's really cool, because sometimes you'll actually find hidden coins in there, so you'll want to go ahead and move the ball through them just to make sure you haven't missed anything. I'm gonna show you that in a later level. Also in this level you can see a bigger grid. This is a 7x7. It makes for much more complex levels. This one is actually really tricky. I'm kind of lucky that I rehearsed this before and I memorized the solution for this, so otherwise I might be struggling with it too. And we're gonna go down now and get that last feather, and we're done. Okay, so cool. Now we've finished all the story levels, and there's this little message that congratulates you and tells you that you finished them. There's actually 3 types of messages like this: one for all the story levels, then one for all the levels in a chapter, and another one for collecting all the gems in a chapter, so finishing each level with 3 gems. As I've mentioned before, and you can see here, for story levels you've collected the feathers, those are highlighted, and you can actually replay them and collect coins in them too. So for example, the last level that we played, let's try it again with coins this time. Here we go. So look, the easy mode is actually telling me don't go and collect that coin because you're gonna waste the move. Go in the other direction first, and that will be really helpful, because like the first instinct that you'll have when you're opening this level is, oh, I'm gonna collect that coin because it's right over there. And I'm gonna show you a bit later why that's a bad idea. Okay, let's go this way, and we activated the statue. Let's activate this statue too, and then we come this way. Like that, and let's go. So you probably saw this before, but if you're right next to a statue, when you hit it, you don't spend the move, because the ball doesn't travel a whole square, it just bumps a little. If you do that, you don't waste the move. So that's a neat little trick. You should always try to activate statues while you're exactly next to them, so you can save a move. And now let's go collect the coins, and let's see, maybe there's a hidden coin inside this log. I don't remember. Hey, there it was. There was a hidden coin in there, and this is why it was a waste of a move to collect that coin first, because when we activated all the statues, some hidden coins appeared, and including this one here in the corner, and there we go. If we collect it now, we just save the move. Boom, and well, what's going on here? 13 coins out of 14. I don't know, what could it be? Could it be a hidden coin? I'm dumb, I know. just another sneak peek at a new coins level, but we're gonna stop playing this right now because it's way too much fun and I need to wrap this up. So in conclusion, this is the new stuff that's been happening with the long ago puzzle tale. I hope you like all the changes. I'm really excited to see this game in your hands and to get some feedback from people actually playing it, and I'm really hoping that this will happen very soon. While the game isn't set to release too soon, there's gonna be some news soon. I'm very cryptic, so yeah, sorry about that. Thank you guys, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope I can show this kind of live videos more often, and you have a great day ahead. Thank you.